Hi, this is Matthew from Apple Certified Mac Specialist channel. Today is the second part of our system preferences. Remember, like the last session, uh, Apple menu, system preferences. Now, the second dialog box that we're going to be talking about here, or floating dialog boxes, is from literally software updates through to Wacom tablet. Very basic. I will tell you the most important part in this particular area is our time machine, but let's go software update. Remember here, software updates depends on you. Automatic or not automatic. My personal choice, because I do it as a daily routine, I have it off. So back to home. Networks, I'm not going to go into here because I don't want you to see my networks, but what we're looking at here is again where it's going to tell you your IP address, whether you're connected, whether it's Wi-Fi, whether you're on Ethernet or Thunderbolt, for example. So that's what network's going to tell you. You can also click, and we'll go to later stage on networks, but for now, that's our network settings. Bluetooth will allow to connect any Bluetooth. You can see in this particular case, I have a secondary keyboard that's connected and also an external speaker that's also Bluetooth connected. So again, it just allows you to pre-connect, and where you can connect here, you can set up your Bluetooth. Sound, your sound basically, as you can see here, I'm speaking with this speaker's USB. You can go USB, or if it's 3mm jack, then it would have come up there with a 3mm jack extension on it. Again, in and out, so you can choose and manipulate whatever you like with inside of your sound preferences. I'm going to go out again, back into printer. Printers preferences are pretty fantastic. Again here, when you're adding a printer, for example, what's nice is that nowadays, if it's, for example, here, the ML, the Samsung, you can quickly just download directly from here. It'll update it and also download it directly from here if there's none available. So this is very, very nice. That's a nice feature. But again, you can see on my networks, I have two, the Canon and the Samsung as our printers. You can add or you can even take away these particular things, plus and minus. I think that's obvious. Share for printer on the network. Again, sharing preferences. You can share your printer with other people. You can select what you want them to do, or if it's just a person or no people. But I just have everybody connected because everybody needs to print, and if one is not working, you've always got to have that backup plan, as you can see here. If I go back to home and I'm looking at keyboard, again, keyboard, you're going to choose how fast you want your repeats, how quick you want things to work, and delays and so forth. So it's a personal choice on keyboard. When I'm looking at trackpad, exactly the same. Mouse, the same, what speed you want. Displays, I will talk about this. I have the 5K display, and I must say the 5K is very small but very detailed. When I'm working with color, I use the 5K option. If I'm not using the 5K option, I normally use the 3K option because this allows me to see better and bigger on the font size. So it depends also on your monitor, but that would also be great. Color, you can pre-calibrate it, or normally they just have iMac or whatever they set up there. If you say show options, night shift, as you can see off, I don't really work with night shift at the same time. I go back to home. I'm now looking at energy. Energy will more or less be more effective on your MacBook Pro because that's, when you're on battery mode, you can select when it's going off or on or whatever the case may be, where I'm always on it. So in my particular case, I prevent it from switching off, and I never have it go into sleep mode because I find I have external hard drives and I needed them to be active all the time. If one sleeps, then I have to wait for a while, and the response is not what I prefer. So again, it's just preference-wise. Date and time, I think that's obvious. Sharing, again here, you can do printer sharing, remote sharing, and everyone or no one, depending on your suitability and preferences. Last but not least, if I say last, but time machine, ultra important, and I think I'll take one session just for time machine alone. But yeah, time machine is on. I've chosen, you can see which one mine is, and then I have this on permanently without switching it off. So, and again, I'll shut down and then just restart, and the time machine will always be there to back up if there was an update overnight or whatever the case may be. A startup disk, I wouldn't worry too much about startup disks unless you're doing beta testing and you want to test, for example, Catalina, and you want to have tested Big Sur at the same time. Then you can choose which drive. You can install on one drive and then activate one or deactivate the other. But myself, personally, I have just one open. The last three are secondary or third-party applications, for example, Java, TechTool, and WacomPad. Again, these you can set as preferences. your sensibility and sensitivity on these issues, again, is going to depend on you. So hopefully this has helped you just on system preferences. And of course, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and to be notified as to when the next one is. So see you on the next, guys. Ciao for now.